Hey folks, David Frost, mystrategicforecast.com. This is a weekend analysis update. I was just surfing some charts and there was something on my radar screen that I wanted to point out to everybody. I thought it was of note. And it's not a trade alert, it's just something of interest that I noticed on Deutsche Bank. So here you're looking at a daily chart at Deutsche Bank, and this has kind of been melting away. And I just want to look at a longer term picture for you, and we'll come back to that daily chart in a second. Weekly chart, melting away. This is a high made in January of this year, okay, January 17th, and we've been melting away. Now, let's go back to the daily chart, and let's just compare some other things, okay? Here's a global banking index, IXG. It's an ETF, right? It's not strong, but it certainly doesn't look like Deutsche Bank. Okay, that's a daily chart. XLF, okay, U.S. banks and financial institutions, okay, certainly doesn't look like Deutsche Bank. It's not weak in the least bit. In fact, if we go over to the weekly chart, okay, that's a strong chart, right? I mean, there may be some other things going on here, but for our purposes now, in terms of looking at this chart from a visual perspective, it's a strong chart, right? So that's of strength. So what's going on with Deutsche Bank? Let's look at the EEM, which is the ETF for Europe. Now it's been choppy, right? But it's certainly been strong lately. Okay, that's a weekly chart. Okay, it's been very strong since March. Okay, March of 2014. Let's go back to Deutsche Bank. Weekly chart. Whoa. Right? Here's March, same time frame. So as the European markets were headed upward, Deutsche Bank from the same point right here, okay, was headed downward. Strongest bank in Germany, Deutsche Bank. What could possibly be going on? Well, I'm not sure, but there's something going on. So now Deutsche Bank's not the biggest bank in the world by far. It's maybe about a $36 billion market cap. To put that in perspective, JP Morgan's like 220, 225, something like that. So I'm not saying this is a huge issue. I'm just saying that here's a bank that's struggling. There's no question about it. The market is telling you the bank is struggling. So I thought it was interesting, and it's just something to watch, because if there's really a problem here, let's just take a look at a longer term picture. Where would this bank go? Where would this stock go in the near and longer term? Okay, let's just squeeze out here a little bit. Certainly these lows here are in play at $30, but that's not even that far off. Maybe 20, all the way down to 26, 27 if you want to bottom out here, 27. Then the next stop is 21. And then beyond that, we don't have to worry about it right now. But nevertheless, it just looks like there's trouble there, and I thought it was worth pointing out. Deutsche Bank, it seems like something's going on over there, and there's probably some more banks that look like this that I just haven't noticed, but thought you folks like to know. This is a quick technical analysis of Deutsche Bank. I'm David Frost, My Strategic Forecast. Thanks for tuning in, folks.